Alright, hello and welcome to episode 5, I think, of TakuCast 0. And I am Gun, and as always I am with...
Dad Honey Badger here.
And we have our recurring special guest...
DigitalWolf.
Yay.
Better this week.
Yeah,
Yes.
it went
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10, some might say.
Speaking of 7.5 out of 10, what was up with Polygon's review of The Last of Us?
Controversy.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah,
talking about it.
when 7.5 is your lowest, you're doing something right.
Or they were doing something wrong.
Ooh.
I don't know.
You got those some pretty heavy accusations you're throwing around there, Badger.
Yeah, but I haven't played the game, obviously. But it does not look like a 7.5 out of 10 kind of game to me. I don't know.
Apparently how it is for some people, or at least the people who have read the review, because I haven't read the review either, because I'm just anxiously waiting for the game and stuff. But apparently the review is very similar to what other people are saying. They just gave it a lower score. But in my opinion, the reason why there's a bunch of backlash about it is because I don't think they conveyed that message properly. It's like it's like you gave that score, and they already knew it was going to be controversial. So literally, the first comment on there is from the writer of the post, reminding people to be civil. And I'm like, I don't understand that.
Interesting. So he was probably out there, like, probably looking to get views. Like, people are like, did you hear about Polygon's review? And then they'll get more traffic. And
I mean,
to me, it's just irresponsible. I don't even think they were looking for view. I think it was just kind of like, it's not really our fault if you complain about it. It's kind of just something that's you guys doing. It's just our opinion, da-da-da-da-da. And
when their opinion affects what games are going to be played and what aren't going to be played, I don't think they should be taking such liberties.
Yeah.
Well,
but on top of that, I'm sorry, go on.
I was just going to say they have like a weird reviewing system where the person who plays it writes up the review, and then every other editor on that site pulls together, and then they put up a number based on what everyone thinks, even though they may not have played it.
Oh my god.
They get a say in what score should get based on what that first person wrote.
They should at least play it. Obviously.
I know. It's strange.
That is strange. They're probably just trying to be a little bit different. I mean, it's a kind of cool idea, but it should be maybe 3 people play the game and finish it.
Yeah, they should have played it.
One person writes a review, and then everyone says, do you agree with this, as someone who's just played the game and wasn't playing it to review it?
I really do think they should rethink the review format, because apparently I've seen it in the past. They've gotten some controversy from previous reviews and stuff like that. And if this is the kind of thing that's happening a lot, it probably means you're doing something wrong with your reviews. Like, I don't think it's up to the users. I don't think it's the user's fault if people are giving negative reactions to what you're doing. You know?
Yeah.
I think you should look at yourself before you start looking at everyone else.
It's not like all them people came on to be like, I'm going to go just get angry with the first review I see on this site.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. And I don't even think... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll let you go this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I don't even think the 7.5 is like a bad thing. I think there's not enough clarity. Like, if you want to find out why they gave it that 7.5, you have to read that entire review and read things you might not want to read.
Yeah, there's a lot of spoilers in the reviews I've been reading.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I've been seeing things that I had no knowledge of beforehand, and I'm kind of regret seeing them.
Right.
Ah, shit. That's pretty bad with games, because you wait a long time for a game. And then if on the cusp of it coming out, the reviewers are like, here, look at this video review, we did it. And then they got things like the very end, I'm your father, or something like that.
Exactly.
That's happened to me before, though, with other games, watching video reviews. I try not to watch them anymore for that reason, that we're like, it could be just like, I know this isn't going to happen, because in the video review, I've seen this later on scene, and this has happened,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
They should just be careful. Maybe we should just show, like, if it's a gunplay, if it's a gun game, or, just action parts from it, no dialogue from the story if it's, it's hard to do, I suppose, if they want to show off the voice acting, but they should just maybe do it with just, like, back and forth dialogue about things that don't matter.
It's like a trailer, when you watch a movie trailer for a 2-hour movie that's 10 minutes long, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It is. That's a good chunk.
Oh my
I was going to
goodness.
say.
But yeah, we've been focusing on like that one 7.5 when has been getting a whole heap of perfect scores
Yeah.
all over the place. It's
Right.
been like right now on Metacritic, I think it's 96,
Wow.
Yeah.
which is up there
Phenomenal.
with the
It's
best.
up there for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a question for you. What do you think, which game came out that got the most horseshit review in your opinion? Like it either deserved a better score or didn't deserve the score it got. It could be either one. Do you want me to go while you think?
Yeah, you kind of sprang this on me without.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
It just occurred to me to ask. My one is GTA 4. It did not deserve a 10.
Actually, yes. Yeah.
Oh my
I could agree
god.
with that.
Oh,
I could agree
sweet
with that.
Jesus, was I disappointed with that game.
San
It was
Andreas
a great
was better.
game. Functionally, it was great, but it was kind of a bit dull.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, we got this car. It's
And the cover
it
system
works,
was broke.
but like,
Yeah, it was. It was seriously depressing compared to fucking
yes,
San Andreas,
It's
which
so-
is colourful. It had everything.
yeah, really some
Like-
good humor in there. Obviously, GTA 4 had it too, but not in the same scope as even any of the other games.
Like, just taking the planes out was a huge mistake.
Yeah, I don't know what
Oh,
it
yeah.
was, but you get so much fun with the planes. But the island was really small. How much fun could you really have with the planes?
Well, like in the initial phasing of us when they were planning it out, they were planning on making it huge, but then they decided, oh no, we'll make it small, dense, more detailed. But see, they kind of learned their mistake from that now with GTA 5, where they can have both.
Yeah, and also the whole. I'm sure. Okay, the rules I suppose with spoilers is if it's been more than a year, you should have played it by now. So I'm going to talk about the endings
Of
of GTA 4.
okay,
While you guys are thinking about your game, it can just be GTA as well if you want it. But like the whole somebody is going to die and there's nothing you can do about it, even if you make the right choice. That was so annoying. You know that guy you meant to kill on the airfield? Like, did you really want to kill him, but you knew it wasn't the right thing to do?
yeah, I think I did kill him.
Oh, I didn't. I'm a good guy. Sometimes Badger does give a shit. Sometimes. But yeah, like, and then, like, this is my reward. You know what I mean? At the end of that. Even though I didn't really care that, what's his name died. Roman. That's it.
Well, actually, I kind of like Roman, even though he's really, really annoying. I didn't give a shit about what was her name? Katie?
Kate, yeah.
Yeah, didn't really care for her at all.
Yeah, true.
There was
just
no
like,
sadness when she
like
was
one of them-
slaughtered.
Yeah, she was like one of them NPC date side missions you could do.
Yeah, it's shit.
Not that important. But
There was no connection.
yeah, I felt nothing. It was meaningless the whole time. It's not you, it's me. Any of you guys have a game of your own?
Well, there's probably one well more deserving of this, but I think the original Bioshock scores are higher than I would have given it.
Oh yeah? How so?
Yeah. It's just, it had a great story, but gameplay wise, it wasn't there for me at all.
I agree completely. Yeah. What about you, Wolf? What do you think about that statement?
I haven't fully played through the game yet. Actually, I owned the game for a bit, and then it spontaneously vanished out of my house, and now I own it on PC now, so I'm gonna play it soon.
I think someone steals from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't get into that here.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, actually, with Bioshock 1, I played through about half of it, and then I got so frustrated with the gameplay, I was just like, I wanted to know what would happen, so I still looked on YouTube, all the cutscenes and everything story related, and just got that there, But then I played Bioshock 2, and the reason I think Bioshock 2 is better is because the story was good, wasn't as good as 1, but the gameplay was solid, I thought.
Yeah, well, even 1 I think is good, but just off the top of my head, because I hadn't really had time to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably 100 more games, thousands more games that deserve.
For me as well, any Final Fantasy game is just way better than people say it is. Isn't as good as people say it is, rather.
I've actually never played one.
I actually only played one, so people who have played games like, you can't just play one, paint it with the same brush, bro.
I'm planning on making Versus my first one.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you talk to me about it, I won't listen.
Okay.
No, I've played most of them, and I don't think they're all perfect. I'm personally not a fan of 10 for a few reasons, but everyone has their kind of own thing. There's like people fuss about which one was better and which one was crap and all kinds of things like that. But and then a new one comes out and it's just like it used to be better in the old days, but 9 was out, but 8 sucked, but 7 was okay. And then I don't.
That's
it's
just
like okay, well they missed their mark sometimes. It's fine.
I think with that it's just a nostalgia token. You know,
Yeah,
they've
I
built
agree.
it up in their head better than it actually was, and yeah.
Well, in some cases you can go back to some of those games and it's still pretty great. It's just I guess the messages are a lot different when you're older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your answer be to my question, Wolf, if you have one?
I really can't think of one. I legitimately can't think of one. I think I was gonna say like Gran Turismo and stuff, but a lot of those games, they kind of had the reviews I kind of expected them to have because of their circumstances, but I don't know. Like SSX and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of SSX, but it has like an 80 on Metacritic, and I'm like, that's okay for some people. I guess. I don't know. But,
You're
I
too
don't
mild.
have.
You're too mild-mannered to get it worked up over this.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I have a terrible memory. I don't remember like games that got bad reviews that
I know what you mean.
I can't.
Okay.
Well,
It's a horrible question, is what you're saying, Wolf, and I agree.
Yeah.
It was completely unfair of us to have to answer it so suddenly.
Yes.
We
It just occurred to me because-
rehearsed, ladies and gentlemen, and this wasn't in rehearsals.
Well, by rehearse I mean we just say let's talk about this, this, and this, and this. And
In-depth rehearsals that go on in my head, but
I actually am wearing makeup now, even though no one can see my face.
he's dressed as a honey badger, even has the claws.
Yeah, it brings
This
up
is not
hands,
my
it's
actual
fantastic.
voice. I actually sound a lot more manly in person.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. I don't know how I know this, but I'm shutting your butt down, Quentin Tarantino style. You guys seen that interview, right? So I don't sound like a madman.
I actually haven't, and I'm kind of faking a small laughter here.
Never mind,
Yeah.
just...
Likewise. I'll play the part.
He gets interviewed by that guy who did that documentary on Michael Jackson, and then he just says to him at some stage, I'm shutting your butt down. And it's just kind of funny, because you just have to watch it. I can't do it justice.
Because butt.
Yeah, because reasons.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess that's my question, and anything else you guys want to throw in? Actually, fuck it, let's talk about the Last of Us demo. No, you hold on a second, Wolf.
Okay, what was Wolf about to say there?
Yeah, apologies. Apparently nothing.
You've upset him now. Wolf?
I've actually kicked him off the conversation.
Maybe he actually said, hold on a second, because he was stepping away from the microphone.
I think that might be it. So, how about we continue?
Family being disturbing.
Whoa, what?
What?
Family being disturbing. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. No,
Okay.
people were knocking on my door and junk.
Right.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Unprofessional. Okay, as I said, if you want to talk about the Last of Us demo, Gunn, I know you've played it.
Yes.
I foolishly relinquished my PS3, so I can't, so you'll have to regale me.
So yeah, we were talking about reviews, and now the actual game itself. Actually, did we ever tell anyone we were talking about The Last of Us?
We were talking about The Last of Us. Okay, now
yeah,
we go.
now you know what we're on about. But yeah, I got the early access by getting God of War Ascension, and I think it was worth getting God of War Ascension for.
Yep.
Even though God of War Ascension is a great game, but even if it was a crap game, it'd be worth it to have just to get access to that demo, which is about 20 minutes long. Even though I can spend an hour in it just combing every detail, finding all the pages to read, shooting down like pendants that you collect Resident Evil 4 style.
Oh.
And what else is there? So you start off in you're in a city, it's pissing rain, and you just get to see these views, and the lighting effects are great, and the torch. I mean, I don't know how much I can go into here without spoiling things, but there's one thing I want to talk about the torch, is it starts to flicker when you have it on for a long enough time. So if you shake your 6-axis controller, it kind of rattles the batteries inside, and then it kind of fixes itself, which I thought was good.
That's what I think that they should be doing with the 6-axis. Little things like that.
Yeah, nothing big. That's the only use of it I can think of.
Yeah.
But just
you can fix your flashlight with the 6-axis.
Like, shake that bastard. God, work.
It was worth waiting 7 years for.
Wolf's child.
Just for that moment.
But yeah, this as well. The menus, everything's really fluid. Like you're not kind of backing in. Everything makes sense. It'll take a second to get used to, but once you're used to it, you'll be at it like quick as a rocket, and you need to be because the game doesn't pause when you're going through your menus. So you could be getting attacked while you have to make your health kits for yourself, and there's lots of choices as well. So you might have the equipment to make both a health kit and a Molotov, but you only have enough for one. So you kind of have to choose if you're going offensive or defensive. And there might be some locked doors around in the area that you can only open with a shiv, but those shivs are valuable, and once you use it, it's gone. So you want to risk opening that door and getting a load of rewards, or do you keep this in case you need it for a clicker? And them clickers are fucking tense. They're creepy assholes. So
I watched a demo playthrough. He didn't go like into the, he just pretty much ran through the level. This guy, it was on YouTube, and I didn't see half the things he talked about, but the clickers scared the shit out of me. I actually hopped in my seat and I wasn't even playing the game.
yeah.
And then they show up again later in the demo, and I start getting really nervous. I was like, "Oh shit! Don't spot him! And I was just watching this thing. I think it could be one of them games that if you were watching it, you could actually enjoy it.
And the melee feels extremely satisfying and disturbing at the same time.
Is it like one button do stuff, or is it like
It's
multi-button?
It's kind of like you can have your handgun equipped and your melee weapon equipped and a shiv equipped at the same time. So aiming is the same as Uncharted, but melee is well the same as Uncharted, and then triangle then to shiv if you're in range. But see, you want to save your shivs for the clickers, but if you get too close to them, they can detect you, and then they one hit kill you.
Whoa!
So they're extremely dangerous. And the runners as well, you have to keep things mixed up. Like for a few times, I forgot that the runners were able to see, so I was slowly sneaking around right in front of them, and I was like, "Why is this guy sprinting towards me?" And I knocked his head in with a pipe, and the way it cracked and the blood spurted, it was very disturbing.
I've actually seen at the end of the demo, the guy had some kind of clip of like, I don't know what it was, but pretty much it just shows a guy getting a machete along the side of his face, across the bridge of his nose, and then the guy pulls it back out and then cuts his head off.
That's a single player, I think.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's like I really want to play it. I'm actually what I'm going to do is buy the game, borrow a friend's PS3 and play it, and then it's the only way.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, the demo is really impressive.
Yeah, I noticed that the combat is pretty realistic. He's not like cutting down these guys, like waves of enemies. Like the guy who's playing seemed to be thinking about, even though he was an idiot at the end, he alerted all the runners to his presence, and they just circled around him and started beating him down. I thought he was going to die. And I'm like, that would have been anticlimactic for a demo.
Joel controls completely differently to Drake. Like, when you're controlling Drake, you'll pull back in your left stick, and Drake will start running back behind him.
Yeah.
But if you do it with Joel, he'll start slowly backing up. Like, he doesn't face the direction he's running.
Oh.
Because
he's probably not as experienced as Drake was or something like that.
Yeah, so he's not super agile.
Yeah.
So you need to be looking where you're going. It makes things way more tense and tank-like controls,
Interesting.
Wow. Would it be the same thing in multiplayer then?
I believe it is, yeah.
I'd say so, to keep it close to cut.
I know the shooting mechanics are not the same as they are in single player. Like in single player, it's really hard to aim. It's really more realistic, but the multiplayer is more forgiving.
Yeah. Okay. Probably be more like Uncharted then in that way.
Yeah, a little bit. It's only a little bit more forgiving, but still.
Only a little bit. It's still pretty fucking hard. One cool thing as well I know is like you can upgrade your weapons. I seen that in the demo. I didn't know about that until now. I was pretty pleased by that though. I love that feature.
That's cool.
I collected like 4 scissors pieces, and I was able to stick them on top of my wooden plank, and then I could one-hit kill him by sticking the scissors into the back of his neck with the plank.
Oh man, I thought you were going to say you made a scissors gun or something.
The ultimate weapon.
Yeah. What else do I want to talk about?
And a gun and then inspired.
Yeah. Hairdresser's dream. But I also noticed too, like they show just some cutscenes by the look of it, like some kids asking her is she scared or why is she not scared. But the character models looked unbelievably good.
Yeah. Well, that's just classic Naughty Dog.
Yeah, but it's
Right.
better than Uncharted, I think. I don't know.
That's
I'm
probably
just so
enhanced.
impressed by it. See, I'm getting tongue tied now. I'm so impressed by this game.
Oh man, this is making me like really really want to see the video. But I'm just gonna have to wait it
Look,
out.
it's worth
Yeah.
looking at the demo because there's no spoilers at all. It's just gameplay.
Oh, this gameplay
Yeah.
is good. Like,
Well, yeah.
They don't talk anything about the story.
I don't want to like.
If you don't want, it's cool.
I
He
don't
wants-
want to like. I don't want to like the clicker thing. I haven't experienced that yet. So I don't want to know that fear before I get into the game. You know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
that's kind of my thing.
you're totally an outcast now. We're just gonna ignore you for
I
the rest of
know.
the podcast.
Hang up quick,
Yeah.
lad.
This is an on-private chat. I also didn't know that should I say that? Even though it's not a spoiler, but I didn't know there'd be another
Close your
survivor.
ears.
Okay, I'm gonna take my headset off.
How does he know when to come back?
I don't know. Wolf, come back. Wolf.
I'm back.
Okay, see, it works.
Okay.
So headset off again.
You actually said it before he went anyway, so.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
it for it. It's not, it's,
So
I wasn't paying attention, so yay.
I just will say, and it won't be a spoilery, that there is a big cast of characters. So that should answer.
yeah, okay.
That's true.
I didn't know that until now. Yay. Okay. Well, that's all I noticed in it. Also, something pretty interesting. Did any of you guys see that new Watch Dogs video that was up on IGN?
Yes. Why, yes, I did, Badger.
Funny you should ask.
Now let me give you an in-depth analysis of it.
As if you're reading from a text document.
Have you seen this, Wolf?
No, I was not briefed on this. You
Yeah, why
bastard.
wasn't he briefed on this?
Because he was not here. That's all I have to say.
Okay then.
Yeah. Maybe you should tell us about this, Badger.
Okay,
Then.
so it was just like for the most part it was things we'd seen before, except for they were talking about multiplayer with mobile devices. So they said for one they're focusing on iOS and Android, and it's going to be a top-down view of the map when you play. It sort of looks like the old GTA games, but apparently you can interact with the city in the same way you could in the console. But I don't know. I think it'll be a bit limited. But also speaking of like console, the mobile phone players can actively play with console players. At the same time.
Yeah, and when he was talking about like the numbers, he kind of said he didn't give it a specific number, but he did say like there would be a limit. But the way he described it sounded just like Journey, like you'd be wandering around, and then there'd be actually a player-controlled character that you wouldn't be expecting because you don't go through any lobbies or anything. It just happens naturally as you're playing.
Wow. Yeah, I like that. I think it'd be really cool. Just like you're walking around, you're like, that's probably a player going by the way he's moving and stuff,
Yeah, but
And
he said
follow him, maybe.
there wouldn't be two Aiden Pierces. He said so. Like this other person would be, like they'd probably have to go into a certain mode to get into your game.
Yeah. Interesting. I like that idea.
That does sound really cool.
Yeah. Also, it's going to be a launch title for the PS4. That was enticing to me.
Yeah, but like he said, he gave the dates when it'll come out and everything else. But then he said whenever it comes out on PS4, it'll be on that. But what if
Yeah.
it comes out on PS4? What if the PS4 launches before those other dates?
I imagine they did that, and then like people were, some of the people out there who probably really wanted to play The Last of Us were like, "Fuck it, I'm going to play it right now," and go out and play PS4, boost sales. Sony, you crafty bastards.
You mean Watch Dogs, not The Last of Us?
Oh shit, sorry, it's in
So
my
you just
head.
kind of you embarrassed yourself.
Yeah, I
Really
called
bad
out the
thing.
wrong name during a podcast.
Oh my
Still
god.
have it on the brain, I guess.
It's not you, it's me. But also, they say like you can play single player offline, but you won't get as much features as if you're playing single player online.
Yeah, but that's kind of referring to running into people. while
Yeah,
you're-
I know. Yeah, but that's just a little bit of details thrown there. There'll be a link to this video so you can watch everything yourself. They reuse a lot of the same footage we've seen before, but I mean, who doesn't want to watch some Watch Dogs footage? I guess.
I don't know who.
Yeah, and I don't want to know them. Also, something I noticed this time that I didn't notice before was that remember at some stage Pierce causes a car accident, and it's not with the police chase. It's just like a regular, pedestrian
Oh, yeah.
driving home. And then someone crashes, and this pedestrian comes up to a vehicle and opens the door for the woman, and kind of bending in a bit to her, seemingly asking if she's okay. And I was like, oh my god, that is cool.
I actually did see that in some previous videos, and it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive. I can't believe I didn't see it until now. That's made me more excited for the game.
Huh.
The AI just seems really good.
Yeah, it's really scary how good. I don't know. I don't think the Xbox 360 will be able to handle it too well. Or be
they did say that the difference between current and next gen would be the AI would be one big difference between the two.
Oh, for sure.
That's cool.
I'd say it'd be on 7 discs on the Xbox. Now that I don't play it anymore, I rack it all I want.
Yeah. So what? Oh, can we talk about Metal Gear Solid 5?
Oh yes. How could we forget?
Yes.
We were all looking forward to the Konami event. I think that's fair to say. For some delicious Metal Gear Solid 5 news, and I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. There was no trailer, no gameplay. What we did have was Kiefer Sutherland, Wolf.
Yes, and potentially trolling as well.
Yeah, well, it does seem like a big joke.
That's the word on the internets, anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. They were showing Kiefer Sutherland. Is that how you say it?
Kiefer.
So, but yeah,
Kiefer.
Kiefer.
Call him K.
K. I'm gonna call him
Special
K.
I remember this used to be about games.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, they were showing him, little dots in his face for the motion capture and stuff like that. But it was kind of strange because what's strange about it is they didn't have it in what appeared to be an actual studio. He was just kind of in the little interview room. And I didn't see any cameras or none of the other stuff you usually see for this mocap stuff, but it was just there, and it was apparently just working and laboriously tracking his head and stuff like that, and facial expressions and stuff. And I'm like, okay.
But it was perfectly matched up to what they were showing.
Guys. True.
Okay, are we on pause now? He said he'd be back in a moment. Well, maybe we'll just keep going, will we?
I guess so.
Okay, so I completely lost my train of thought.
Exactly. Crap.
We can't function without him. Well,
yeah, apparently not. We're just that hopeless.
Sorry about that, guys.
Hopeless. You
he's
bastard.
Now we can talk.
Now we can talk.
How dare you leave us alone? We didn't know what to do with you. Without you.
You're gonna have to edit there.
Oh, you had to say it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to, because that was really bad.
Get your shit together.
We were just like completely lost for words when you were gone.
Yeah, shit. Because I mean, I didn't even watch this thing.
Your presence gives me the ability to speak.
I was outside in the sun like some commoner.
How many times are you going to bring that up? Okay, we get it. You go outside.
Yeah. I even have a sunburn. Actually, I don't.
I do.
Okay, we get it.
Do you have sunburn, Wolf?
No, I'm black. I don't get sunburn.
But do you get, irritated skin from prolonged exposure to the sun?
No.
Oh, okay, I guess you don't get sunburn then.
That's like a superpower then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
so. I've never had a moment when I was in the sun and then after being in the sun, it was just like, oh god, my skin feels all blood stuff, and I'm like, no, it was never.
Wolf, have you ever came back, just say from a sun holiday, and someone's like, sick tan, bro?
Yeah, I do get that. No, what happens is when I'm riding in my car, my car is kind of in a bad condition, and so I can't really use the AC in my car, despite how awesome the AC is.
Yeah.
But so I kind of just have the window down all the time, and I'm fine with that. But what ends up happening is that my left arm ends up more tan than my right arm.
You get trucker tan.
Pretty much, yeah.
I didn't know there was a term for that, but now we do.
I think I've seen that on The Simpsons.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody calls it that.
Also, remember that time when we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were good times. Those were good times.
Well, that's TakuCast for this week.
Right.
But yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
Right.
So we're talking about how to pronounce his name.
Yeah. And let's just get past his name. We know how to pronounce it.
Call him K.
Yeah, call him K.
Okay.
And it's probably a troll, and I'll let you go back to what you're saying about it being a troll.
Well, I think you and Professor and
fellow music fan.
were talking about it a bit more. I wasn't really involved in the discussion, so you guys probably have a little bit more insight on that. Other than the camera stuff I brought up, because the camera thing was the most jarring to me. Because usually when you see like that kind of face capture stuff, there's like this studio and there's all this white, and then there's these cameras like all over there, and then they have the thing on they have the little dot thing on the face and stuff like that, but you never really see it going live because that requires a shit ton of processing power. Like I've never seen like maybe in engine, but when it's like processing all that stuff for the first time, like live kind of stuff, it doesn't run well. The meshing stuff doesn't run well. It's just I can't imagine that. But that was legit what they were showing, in my opinion. So. What are you laughing about? I'm being nerdy. Okay?
I don't know if you just seen the chat on Skype here. You know, the text, gun,
Why?
just drew a dick.
Why?
And then posted it.
I know, I just draw dicks when I'm interested in things.
Here, just to get off games for a moment, and earlier today, Gun commented on one of my Facebook statuses. It was a bit out there, but you know, I know he's very sarcastic, so it didn't bother me. But somebody who I don't really ever talk to, maybe talk to like 3 or 4 times, she messaged me saying, your friend, you know, we'll leave out the name, is a real cunt.
You're just gonna say the C word.
Yeah.
Can we have that? Can we have this on the cast?
Yeah, we can't because this has been recorded in Ireland and it's okay over here, so.
Okay.
Freedom. Except, listen. But yeah, that's just a little.
Actually, I never asked you, but what did you reply to her?
I just said that it's cool. He's my cousin and he's harmless.
I'm not harmless. I'll fuck you up, bro. Do you remember that time when we were talking about like Metal Gear Solid 5?
Oh man. So I guess we should use that word again, editing.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to how David Hayter reacted to all this, and he reacted in a very peculiar way. Like you can look at it either 2 ways. One way he's in on the joke, or the other way he's really, really sour about losing this role.
Do you think he would be that sour publicly though? Because it looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I don't think he will. He seems like a sound lad.
Yeah, he does. I don't think he's had time to adjust to this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think all of a sudden he's going to start getting really pissed off about it again.
Right.
But, like at first when they used Kiefer Sutherland, I was like, oh well, this must be real because this guy's a big actor. He's not just going to come in for one stupid joke from Kojima for no reason. But then he does sound awful like the Ishmael character that we've seen in the trailer, so he could be playing a different character in the game, just not Snake.
Yeah, they could say, well, we never said he was Snake.
Yeah, if you look at the wording that's used, I don't think he ever actually calls himself.
I feel like they were really careful with what they were saying, in a way.
Like at that as well, I kind of feel someone was saying, was it film music fan? So, I don't know, someone was saying it kind of felt like gimmick or fakey and jokey, like that he pulled some monkey face at some point.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, would Big Boss do that?
Oh, you know what probably gave it away is Kojima's enthusiasm.
About
well, it's hard to interpret enthusiasm when there's someone reading his lines wrong.
True. Yeah. Well, I guess they were like being like. I guess it was just like it was the amount of hard work he puts into it and and all other stuff. And then I'm thinking of that like I've never heard Kojima. I've never heard a translator translate Kojima's words like this.
Yeah, so very like the David Hayter being involved is still very much on the table.
Yeah, because he definitely wouldn't be like the way he's acting on Twitter.
I don't think so. Unless now, in fairness, that's his most iconic role and it's been taken from him.
That's true. But he's had so much time just to deal with this.
Yeah.
True.
But I don't see why they would. I mean, like, why would they just change Snake's voice when they're, you know, it's established that that's how he sounds, and all of a sudden, like, he sounds different.
Yeah.
And the
I was saying
Japanese
stuff like
Sorry, I was just
the
Japanese voice actor hasn't been changed, so it makes no sense.
Yeah, that does.
Right.
That's actually a good point. If they're going to change the English one, why not change the Japanese one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd actually love to hear
saying stuff like I don't remember. Oh, you can hear it on the original Japanese trailer they showed.
Oh, yeah, and the Ground Zeroes part.
Yeah, the Ground Zeroes one.
It's definitely the original actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're talking about all this stuff like we want to capture that 40-year-old man voice or whatever, or
49, I
40-year-old.
believe.
49.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
49.
Yeah.
That's 49. You're right. Yeah. For
Right.
once.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way that Hater couldn't capture a 49. Like, he sounds like an 80-year-old man the way it is.
Yeah. All you have to do is like tone it down a bit, and he'd be fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to, because the voice sounds awesome, I think.
Maybe he can't do the motion capture because of his luscious hair.
That could have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Not getting rid of it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. For all the voice acting roles in Japan.
Look, if you can't put the dots on my face without touching the hair, then it's over.
Like, when I actually, like, Googled David Hayter for the first time to see what he looked like, I was pretty surprised.
In what way?
Because you just don't think that voice could come out of him. To look
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
But it doesn't really. He kind of puts it on.
Obviously he puts it on, but still. I guess that's why. I mean, when you look at Matt Hamill with the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it Mark
Yeah.
Hamill?
Mark.
Yeah, it's Mark.
Yeah, you don't expect these things.
Yeah, it's Mark Hamill. Just confirmed my producer over there.
Okay.
I'm a producer now. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, not really, though.
Yeah.
So...
What were we talking about? Well, by we, I mean people, I'm not saying names, keep taking this off topic.
Okay, so...
Huh?
Wolf is taking this off topic? Is that what you're trying to say?
Look,
What? I did
it's
not.
possible.
It's possible.
Yes.
Wolf, we're not going to invite you back here if you're just going to keep doing this. You know, it's really hard to work in these conditions.
We're professionals. We don't show up late.
We don't.
Hey, you know
we
what?
don't forget. We don't forget appointments.
It's not my fault. It's everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
If you
That's what
guys
they
would join in to the stream on time, like you're supposed to.
Gosh darn
Can't
it.
even do it with a straight face. God.
Yeah.
So what else about Metal Gear Solid 5 did we see?
It was really all about the voice. That's what I've been hearing today. Again, I didn't watch it.
That was the most
nothing else,
disappointing.
really. Yeah.
We didn't see anything new. He did talk about themes, like a little bit. He said race and vengeance. But he said those are the themes that will be included, but neither of them were the actual theme, from what I could see. But he said that would be revealed at E3, which I assumed would be today, but that actually seems like it's going to be next week. No,
I cannot wait for E3.
I know.
I think we're gonna get to see so much stuff. Are Naughty Dog going to E3?
Possibly.
I hope to.
But I know Sony Santa Monica are going, the ones who made God of War.
Interesting. They can't come out with another God of War game. I mean, let it go, lads.
Who knows?
Then again, it could be like Square Enix, where they just kind of say, "Oh yeah, we're working on something. We're not going to show jack about it, though. Bye."
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah. You mad, bro?
Yeah. Oh, actually, even Kojima did that for a while with the Rising. It was just like, remember this name, which nobody remembers now, and then they just left. Like, we just want you to please remember this person. That is all. Bye. And then I was just like, okay. And then I didn't remember it later, and I kind of felt bad about that. But then it didn't happen anyway, and we never heard the name again.
Hey, Gunn, did you play Rising?
I think throwing my hands up.
Indeed, Wolf. Did any of you guys play Rising?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, you really?
He's a bit of an expert in Rising now at this stage, I think.
I should be. I haven't played all the way through very hard yet. I haven't had time. I need to move on to other games sometimes. So yeah.
I thought it was pretty bad.
I don't know, I thought it was fun. Except for that last boss, which was kind of a joke compared to all the other Metal Gear Solid bosses.
Yeah, I would agree the last boss was less than stellar.
Like, he was fun, like, you could have a laugh with him, but, at the same time, could not take him seriously.
Right. But the beauty of Rising, though, is multiple playthroughs. Like, if you haven't played through it multiple times, then you're not getting the full benefit.
Is it a case of you can, like, come back with an upgraded character?
Now, you can, but that's kind of not the point.
Oh.
The point is that when you go back through, you learn new stuff. You just start playing better. And then you get to very hard, and they change up the enemy configurations entirely.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I heard the DLC was horseshit.
I haven't played that yet. I haven't.
I heard it's bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when people who don't play the game are hearing about it.
True. True. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to see the God dang it, the VR missions. Those are supposed to be pretty good though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've only played through some of them, but I haven't played through the new ones yet, which seem to have a bunch of cool stuff in it.
I don't think I'll shell out the money for them though. I'm not that interested in them.
Yeah. I mean, when people are saying they're bad, why would you pay for them?
No, but the VR missions are supposed to be good.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, those are free though, from what I hear. Or free on the
I think they're free in America.
Look at it on YouTube. Get the experience.
Hold the controller in your hand.
Yeah. Try just mimic what that player's doing. Make the game you guess where he's going to go next.
But anyway, the Konami event today.
YouTube Heavy Rain version.
Yeah. I loved Heavy Rain.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh man.
Jason!
Speaking of, actually, the reason why I was thinking of, that joke right there, PlayStation blog, Warframe is coming to the PS4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they had, I think it was like press X to Ninja or something like that. Which I thought was kind of clever. I was like, oh, they just brought that in. That was great. Good laugh.
There was some news that we forgot about. The Warframe coming to PS4, and what else is what? PlanetSide 2, was it?
Yes,
yep.
PlanetSide 2.
Or is it Planeside 2? I can't remember.
PlanetSide.
Okay.
PlanetSide. And DC Universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of free-to-play stuff coming to PS4.
I actually played that Star Wars free-to-play game. What's it called again? Knights of the Old Republic 2?
No, the Old Republic.
The Old Republic, and it isn't that good.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I was
don't waste your time.
I hear you.
Yeah. Well, you can if you really want to, but I would recommend against it because it took a while to download and install it. I think it was 11 gig.
That's like the worst I've downloaded.
Yeah, we don't want to know what you've downloaded.
We don't want to get arrested here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those Japanese titles can be pretty huge.
Oh man.
I'm not going any more details than that though.
Yeah.
So, excuse me while I change the subject to the Konami event that happened. So it wasn't just the Metal Gear Solid, there was Pro Evo 2014, which showed nothing new, but they just kind of yapped about the Fox engine. And there was Castlevania Lords of Shadows 2, which actually looked pretty good.
Yes.
So, have you played them games?
I haven't.
I really wanted to. I played the demo, and it was pretty good.
I know the first one was compared to God of War a lot, but the second one they kind of changed it around, and you have full control of the camera now, and it's set in a modern day setting.
Actually, the thing they got the first one a lot of buzz was that Kojima was involved with it. He wasn't he didn't edit. He kind of I guess went there as support or guidance or whatever for the game.
Oh.
So he's apparently at least some part of what made the game successful. But it was supposed to be really, really good. And I'm probably going to play it now before I play the second one. But I say that all the time, and then I just never play both, and that's a really, really sad occurrence. But we'll see.
So you're not going to get us, in other words.
I would hope to.
All right. So what else is on the agenda, Badger?
You know how everyone was going on about Deus Ex? What was it called again? Hold on. Yeah, the Fall. Deus Ex: The Fall. People were like, "What is it?" You know, and then it turned out to be a mobile game, and then instantly I stopped caring.
Right.
Yeah, I just hate mobile gaming.
Yeah, I just don't like it either. I tried it on the S3, and even though you can play alright games in it, just no.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. At first I was like, maybe it's after Human Revolutions, but it's not. I'm pretty disappointed because that game was good.
You're cutting out on me a good bit here. I can't remember what you're saying.
I think it's on your end.
Yeah. Just ignore me.
Yeah. You should just shut your mouth. Okay, so, but that's all I really have to say. I mean, I didn't even read about it. I was like, it's a mobile game, and I was like, oh, I do not care, and I just scrolled on. But a game that I do care about and I'm excited about, Saints Row 4 has a new trailer, and it looked hilarious.
Oh yeah.
They try to make it like a serious movie and starring the president of the United States and this and that.
Yeah.
And you just get to see some of the action in the game. You know, some of the old stuff there, like punch people in the dick and then they go flying miles into the air. Stuff like that's still there, but it looks pretty good. I think it's going to be really good, pretty much.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll. Like, I'm not as hyped for that as I am for GTA 5.
Oh, definitely not.
But I'm still looking forward to it.
Yeah. Do you think that if they tried to make a serious San Andreas Saints Row game, do you think it could be good?
I'd have to see. Like, I can't just imagine that.
Yeah, it'd be tough to even imagine, wouldn't it?
Because the strongest parts of Saints Row are like the wackiest stuff.
Yeah.
So if you make it serious, you're kind of taking that away.
Right. They could always do that spin-off series, quote unquote.
Spin-off series?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like Horizon.
I can't imagine the game without purple now either.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Purple's back. It's so in this summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Saints Row the trailer, check it out. I'll have the link in the description.
Get to see some censored penis.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
This doesn't even look like anything that's supposed to compete with Grand Theft Auto.
It doesn't, does it?
No, they kind of give.
Not at all. There's a single thing in here that screams Grand Theft Auto competition.
Except for the release date.
Which is?
A month before GTA.
Very good. Do you reckon they actually forced that? They're like, we need to get it out before.
I think so. I think if they left it after GTA, it would have been a stupid move.
That's true. It might be people just.
I hope it's not going to be. I hope it's not going to be rushed because of that. No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because they're already working on it. I think as DLC. I think that was the story. It was going to be DLC for a thing, but then they said they'd make it a full game. In a way, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the concept of Aliens, though. I think it could have been better off as DLC, like a huge DLC pack that could have charged a good bit for.
Yeah.
And really marketed it like Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, for example. They really marketed that as a really big DLC, and it was, and it did well, and I think they could have done that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they just wanted a new installment altogether, though, out in time for GTA.
Catch up with the numbers.
Yeah, that might be it. Who knows what the reason was? Try to understand the madness behind their marketing and shit.
I can imagine it'd be rushed though. I think they already have a solid grounding. They already have the city. They already have the engine. It's just they've just been making the game the whole time.
Yeah,
and
I just don't think they bring out a game like Saints Row and it's not finished. I mean, 3 games. I don't think any of them have been buggy. All 3 of them. I had no issues when I played them. Personally,
they've been okay for me. I haven't seen any serious bugs.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Well, that solves that issue.
Wasn't even an issue, but yeah.
Another thing coming out is Fable HD remake. King Kellogg asked us to discuss it. I mean, I know, Gunn, you probably haven't played it. Have you played it, Wolf?
No, I haven't played it. Actually.
Oh, wow. Even the old Fable, obviously the HD isn't out yet.
Yeah.
A friend of mine loaned me his Xbox so I could play it, so he'd have someone to talk to about it. It was that good, which was then why I was so excited for Fable 2, which was a bit more. It was good, but it wasn't as good. And then Fable 3 was just a mess.
So what's going to be the
difference?
difference?
That was the one with the king thing, right?
I think it's good. Pardon?
That 3 was the one that had the whole king stuff, right?
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, you're gonna have to decide," but they kind of just spring it on you that it's time to,
It's time to be evil or good.
Yeah. You're just like, shit, I had no time to prepare for this. Pretty much during the game, you have to say you make someone a promise that you'll do this for them, and it'll I don't know, save the youth center, whatever. And then at the end, you finish your quest, and then you're like, actually, I'm not going to do it. Well, that could come back and bite you in the ass later. But you see, again, the spoiler rule is up with Fable. Pretty much, there's some evil army coming to kill you all, and you need as much money as you can to get good defenses. So, but you see, taking the good guy route, you don't make much money. But if you take the bad guy route, you make a lot of money, and you'll probably have to save everybody in the end. But you have to be bad to do it. You know what I mean? So just say it's how many days until the invasion, and it'd be okay, 300 days, we'll say, to the invasion, or whatever. And then you're like, okay, that's fine, I got loads of time, and you start trying to earn money and put it into the into your thing to get an army. And then all of a sudden it goes down to maybe 100 or something like that. But it's still okay. But the next thing you know, it's like the day of, really suddenly. And you still hadn't really prepared for it. That was my problem with it.
Okay, I see. But what's going to be different about Halo Anniversary? Or not Halo Anniversary, Fable Anniversary.
1080p. That's all I know so far.
I think there's a few other features that were in a article that we'll have on the description on TakuCast.
Yeah, that's the side.
But the stuff like what you call, like a new interface and stuff like that. I can't remember the rest, but it'll be in there in the description. There's a good few. It's not just the standard swap.
Oh yeah,
it's been optimized.
Yeah, they'll probably just do some things that maybe they wanted to do.
Oh, non-existent loading, I think, was one of the things as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be class. Oh yeah, that's right. I've read this. A new save system. They're going to integrate smart glass. Obviously the lighting and textures and whatnot will be updated. Pretty much everything you'll need there. If you want to read about it, I'll have the link in the description so that you can find out. It'll be on TakuCast.com. Let me just... Yeah, okay. I was actually just copying the link there to make sure I had it. Hence my, let me just do this thing.
Yeah, well, we should be talking to distract people from this if we were professional. But
yeah.
We're not.
Everyone just waited, like, hold on, he's not ready, we can't go on.
But yeah. So, what else do we have? Because there's a ton of news. I know Dark Haxer.
Oh shit.
In the suggestion box, he asked us a question. He asked us 2 questions. He's good for that guy.
Yeah.
He was the one who asked us the 4 questions last time. But
something else I had no time to prepare for.
Yeah, well, I didn't either. I'm just have to remember.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
But
great.
One of the questions is something you want to appear at E3, but most likely won't.
Burnout.
Next.
I
already
like
said that
racing
one.
games.
I'm not even like super huge on racing. It's gotta miss Burnout. That's just it. So I'm gonna give it a shout out every time. Oh, SSX. I can swap out on that SSX.
Okay.
As PsyOps, I'm just throwing something out here.
For fuck's sake.
Okay.
Why don't you talk about that while I think about something?
Okay, sure. So
completely unrelated.
Well, I was hoping for if they could I'm a big fan of the one they came out with. I think it was last year or something like that. Last year or the year before, something. But yeah, it was just really, really. I think it was really, really well made. They kind of streamlined a lot of the controls to where it was like it wasn't just about going through this kind of easy track and then just doing tricks and stuff. It was more like navigating and then just kind of pulling off these tricks while you're navigating, but navigating was important and stuff, and it was just really, really cool. It was like platforming with super fast snowboarding and then tricks and stuff. And it was like
I played
great.
the demo and I was pretty impressed with it.
Oh yeah, you should play the whole game. Like there's some really impressive stages.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Like you're trying to think which is the best route to take, like which will help me get better air, or, get through it quicker.
Oh, it's not even just that. It's like some stages are just straight up dangerous. Like the most satisfying thing for me is taking one of those extremely dangerous stages with all these crevices and holes and tiny little platforms for you to land on and stuff like that. Those stages are ridiculous, but getting the highest score out of all of your friends, all the people on your friends list with that kind of difficulty level is just great.
Yeah, it's like Trials HD.
Yeah.
Like, have you played that? I'm sure you have.
I have in various forms.
Well, like, they've got the leaderboards and that too, and I actually got a good bit of a rivalry going with a friend of mine. Like, we're always trying to beat each other's scores, but it turns out I was the top dog in the end, so, he was just getting embarrassed. He was getting clowned every time I played.
Yeah, it was kind of the same thing in SSX for me.
Yeah.
At least
I actually like that feature.
Ready to give it effort. Yeah.
It's good. Like, kind of just like, it makes you keep going back to that same track, and even though you start to hate it so much.
Right.
You're just like, God, I've seen it. But then you're able to get through it, like, what to do at each jump and how to approach it, what speed is the best, etc.
Yep.
And then you play another track and you're shit at it because you haven't been playing any other track except for, that one you might be trying to beat your time at.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, and what I hope they bring up for the next game. The only thing that was missing in the one that came out last year, the gameplay was phenomenal, tons of tracks. There was just no customization, and that was like the main thing that was missing.
Does that really bother you though? I mean, it's just aesthetic, really.
Well, it's kind of like what was great. What was fun about SSX3 is that you could take this character, and then you could take this character and you can put him in different.
You just
Cool.
cut out there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it sounded like.
Ah.
I don't
Oh.
know. You'll hear it in the episode.
Oh, great. Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
But no, with SSX3. It was just like it was just something that was fun that you could do. With the one that came out last year or whatever. It was just like, okay, here's some gear. The gear was relevant to what you were doing, which is great. But it just had like some outfit bonuses and then stuff like that. It wasn't like anything that was just kind of there because it was just fun and cool. It was there because it had a function, which is fine. It's just if they had time, I just wish they would have put more customizability into that instead of just like a random ticker of stuff.
I get you, but I just prefer games where the gear you have to, your customization affects your character and his abilities. I hate just like, if you like kill 1 million enemies and spend 3 years of your life on this game, we'll give you this hoodie.
Right.
I hate that shit.
No, in 3 it was just like in 3 it didn't really have any relevance because it wasn't the survival stuff. But in SSX it's kind of more like once you hit a certain level and then you start kind of like randomly see certain items show up, and some of them might be better, some of them might not be better, et cetera, et cetera. But it was just like that was it. You couldn't customize the tricks. You couldn't customize how your character looked beyond the color palette. And that was just kind of it. There wasn't really too much variety. And we did finally get a different character type, you had to re-level up that character.
Oh, that would be frustrating.
Yeah.
Really not worth it. You might be like, I miss all my abilities that I had in the other character. I'm just gonna go back to him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Or it just takes a lot of time to get it back up to the same speed as the other character, I guess. So.
Actually, ever hear of a game called Second Sight?
No.
I played it on the GameCube. It was actually really good. The story was pretty interesting. I must actually look into it again. But I would like to see something about that come back. It probably never will because I don't know how it did. But I haven't heard about it since. It just came back to me when I mentioned PsyOps. It was similar, like you were like your telekinetic abilities and stuff like that. I don't think you remember how you have them or something similar. I must look into it. But I remember really enjoying it when I played it.
Hmm.
Did you ever get that? You just remember some random great game that you played that you forgot all about?
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually going to Google it right now.
Alright.
I have to know.
Yeah. My memory is horrible. Like I said, I don't have too many memories of games that I played that might have been horrible that I enjoyed anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Like you have much more tolerance when you're younger, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're not, well,
you know what? Driver.
Oh, yeah.
That was a game that was kind of I didn't play Driver 1, I only played Driver 2, and that was like one of the first games where you could just like get out of the car and run around town. One of those early games you could do that in, I guess. Besides, that wasn't Grand Theft Auto, I guess. Because it had like
true. I remember just playing it and like, driving around and thinking it's like, oh my god, this is amazing. Because I actually hadn't played GTA 3 yet, so I didn't even know about its existence.
Yeah.
But I played Driver and I was like, oh, you can just drive wherever you want. This is unreal.
Yeah.
How easily I was amused if they pulled that shit now and you couldn't get out of your car and walk around, I'd be like, this is shit.
Yeah, man. It's like well, actually, no. The last one to come out that was apparently really, really good. And you know what? That would probably be the answer to the questions of no. It just didn't sell well. That's what it was. The Driver that came out fairly recently, it was on current gen consoles.
San Francisco.
Was supposed to be really good. Was it San Francisco?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. That one. You actually couldn't get out of the car, but you could still swap cars because you had some magic or something like that. I don't know.
That's weird and stupid.
Yeah. No, apparently, like everybody thought it was stupid, but then like there were reviewers that were playing the game and it was fantastic. And yeah, it was a great game for a lot of people.
So
like
I came up.
Apparently, everything that was happening was taking place in a dream, but it didn't have that none of this matters scenario. It was just kind of a plot thing, and apparently it worked. But I never got to play the game, so I didn't know what was going on with that. But I still need to play that.
So I came up with the game while you were talking for 20 minutes.
Awesome, about time.
Said this day would never come.
Are you ready first?
Yeah, lay it on me.
A Metal Gear Solid exclusive for the Vita. that takes full advantage of the Vita, and then I'll get a Vita.
Ah.
Okay.
That would be a system seller.
Yeah, well, it would sell one to me.
Are you just like waiting just for something to come out to get one? You're just like, come on, give me something.
I'm waiting for that specific game to come out before I get one.
Would you buy a Vita just for that?
Because I got a PSP lays into its life, and the only game I have first is Peace Walker, and I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Like that, it was worth it. Like, it was pretty cheap at the time I got it, but still.
Yeah.
That was my game too.
I remember.
Like,
sorry.
No, you can go on.
I was gonna say I played. Fuck, now I forgot. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay. What I was gonna say was no, if Ground Zeroes or Phantom Pain, or if those are two separate games, if one's supposed to be kind of like Peace Walker in a way where you're still like developing or rebuilding or whatever Mother Base or however that's supposed to work out.
Yeah, you're supposed to still have that base building stuff is confirmed.
Oh yeah, really? Okay, great. And then because they had the helicopter thing, that's great. Okay. But yeah, like having all that stuff in Ground Zeroes, like if they could just make like a simple Vita port, and I would be happy with that. You know, because it's simply the same experience like that the Peace Walker probably had, just on a portable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gameplay content there, and it makes sense on that platform.
But I think they'll have that.
I'm sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, I think they'll have that. Like, you'll be able to do that in Ground Zeroes and Peace Walker. It's just that in Phantom Pain. It's just that in Phantom Pain, your business, if you want to call it that, will be called Diamond Dogs instead of MSF.
Oh yeah, the Diamond Dog thing. I keep forgetting about that. Do we have any information on what that is?
Well, it's their new home, is what Miller says, which just sounds like it's the new Mother Base.
Ah, okay.
That's the name of their army or something.
Huh.
What do you think is the thing behind the name Phantom Pain?
Because he's lost his limb, and people who lose their limbs sometimes report feeling pains, even though they no longer have the limbs.
I know what you mean. I didn't know he'd lost a limb, actually, even though I watched that trailer.
His left hand is gone.
It's all gone. Okay.
Like, he has a robot hand now. I mean, what more do you want?
That's pretty intense. Actually, have you guys heard of a game called Murdered Second Soul?
Yes, I saw that recently.
That looks so good. I'm so interested in it. Out of nowhere, it came out of nowhere, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. I think hopefully it'll come to PC or next box or next 4, whatever.
Next 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
really?
Murdered Soul Suspect?
Yeah, that's the one.
Soul Suspect. Sorry. Yeah, I looked at the trailer for it. And it looks like from what I can gather is you're going to be a ghost investigating who killed you.
Yeah, it didn't show any gameplay though, but the story, the concept of it is very good.
Yeah, different, that's for sure. Obviously you're dead starting off, so you don't have to worry will your character die at the end. I think it might be Eleanor Wire, but with ghosts. Oh my god, we got the perfect game.
Check out my ectoplasm, bro.
Yeah.
In the multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
I
ectoplasmed badger.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Sweet Jesus, no.
You know what that reminds me of? A game we haven't heard anything about since approaching E3 is we haven't seen anything from Beyond.
Oh.
Beyond.
Well,
Beyond
I went at the Tribeca Film Festival there a couple of months ago.
Wow.
There's like half an hour of video there, but I haven't watched because I want to avoid the spoilers.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, there has been information.
Is that coming to the PS4?
I don't think they've confirmed it.
Probably.
They're not going to say it until it comes out on PS3 anyway,
Yeah,
because they want to maximize them sales.
Yeah, I guess then once they've made all their money back, they'd be like, we can make a few copies for the PS4 and see how it goes.
Just 1 or 2 copies.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, it'd be safe. They could even make the Platinum version only for the PS4, if you know what I mean. Would that be possible, I wonder?
I don't know. I think they'd have to port it over, which could be difficult.
I see.
Because the whole process is different compared to PS4 and a PS3. But they do have the engine already figured. I think the PS4 engine has just got like an upgraded version of the engine that they have now.
Oh.
So it shouldn't be too hard.
I actually that game I just mentioned while you were away, Second Sight, I just bought it on eBay because I have to play it again.
What do you want to play it on?
PC.
Oh, it came out on PC, did it?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I googled it to find out what the story is about, and it said it was on for PC. I was like, I gotta get it. I found it right away.
Nice.
€10, boy. Can't go wrong. I hope. It's not my money, okay? Okay, it is. I guess that's it for me anyway. I mean, I'm just gonna go silent now until you guys are done talking.
Well, we still have a comment of the week to go through, and...
Oh, I thought we'd done that.
No, we didn't. Did
I'm
we?
pretty tired.
Are you saying you don't want to do a comment of the week?
No, we can.
Comment of the week for episode 5 goes to Hongo. I think it was the comment of the week last week as well. But,
because his life is so amazing.
it is. So he said, "Hey guys, I woke up to the smoke detector and the smell of burning plastic. Lightning hit my house over an hour ago. Blew electrical outlets completely out of the walls. Destroyed my router and modem. Damaged the house pretty bad. Hit a huge tree in my yard and sent it into pieces and destroyed the pen I keep my puppies in. They and myself and my family are all okay. The fire department and electric company are out there now assessing the damage and said that while the house could have went up in smoke due to an electrical fire, I'll keep you posted, blah blah blah. But it turned out he lost all his consoles, even the ones that weren't plugged in, as a result of this lightning.
That's insane.
So his PS3, his Vita, his 3DS, everything. I think his Wii U as well. They all got fried.
Yep.
Holy shit. I
So
mean,
that's-
do you have any kind of insurance for this kind of
Yeah,
thing?
it's all covered, so it's not.
Oh, thank God. That would
So
be
we-
so bad.
It's safe to laugh at it now. So.
Yeah. Huh. Take that, hunger. This is not yet. But I am
Oh
sorry.
yeah, and Kellogg made a joke.
my
Lightning
God.
returns.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. You had to ruin it, didn't you?
Yep.
You had to
Had to.
bring the vibe down.
Yeah.
Yep. I always in with the bad jokes.
Oh, I just want to say thanks to Moore for giving me that Shogun 2 coupon. I'm
But yeah,
just
I think it's time to wrap up because
Yeah.
it's getting out of hand now.
Yeah, once again, we're breaking down a communication.
Once we lose the topics, it's only a matter of time before the penis jokes come out.
Yeah. Hey, check out my dick. What?
He's sending us pictures on Skype.
Yeah.
You can't see this, but he is.
Through the whole YouTube video, I'll have just pictures of penises flashing.
Yeah.
This is gonna take some seriously heavy editing.
Like the end of Superbad.
Yeah. Wait,
Just
in the middle of Fight Club as well at the cinema
oh yeah,
for the
really,
movies.
really quick.
Yeah. Okay. That's that for me anyway.
Okay, thanks for listening.
If you made it through this far, through that train wreck, thank you so much.
We appreciate it. Please.
We'll try to get Wolf to get it together for the next episode.
So
I've
don't
been nothing wrong. It's your fault.
Yeah. Sure.
stop putting the blame on everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, please subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed any of this, and we'll be sure to
Hate
keep
us.
it up.
Wait.
Tell us how much you hate us.
Have you ever asked that before? It's like all the previous videos just kind of ended it. We never
Yeah.
said
I
that.
think it's a good idea too.
Oh yeah, we should start doing that. It just came to me there, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm the executive producer.
Yeah, such
Yeah.
a fucking genius. God. Hey, Gunyil.
Oh, he called me one. He called me with gun for one.
Gunyil. Gunyil the Gallon.
That sounds like a
The
disease.
laugh, man. I swear to God, the laugh.
Oh, God. Okay,
So, yeah.
right. Good luck.
Bye bye.
What? Oh, yeah. Later, yeah.